Today I'm gonna be doing a full face Jones Road makeup because I have just received 3 more products on top of 2 other products that I had before. So these are all the things that I own right now. This video is not sponsored. I purchased it on my own, and it's gonna be another casual, very natural looking makeup. I hope so. Actually, I'm not sure because I'm gonna be trying some of these very shiny products for the first time, so let's see how it's gonna work. So I'm gonna start with this Jones Road face pencil in shade number 7, and I wish Jones Road made a longer pencils because mine is getting really tiny now, and I think it used up quite fast, unfortunately. So I hope that they come out with a longer pencil or maybe just package it in a different way. Other than that, I really love the formula. So I usually use it under my eyes and then above my eyes, because the skin around my eyes is really quite dark. It's darker, like several shades darker than the rest of my face. So I'm gonna brighten here. I'm gonna use it on the middle of my nose. I'm trying to look in the camera and also in a mirror just behind the camera. I have some redness here around my nose, so I'm gonna use it here as well. And a bit of redness here. There we go. So let's blend it, and for this I'm gonna use my hands. So it's gonna be a no foundation look, because nowadays I seldom wear foundation, even though I have like 3 or 4 of them, but I'm just too lazy to apply it, and I feel like it's not really necessary. Not that my skin is so good that I don't need a foundation, but honestly it's not that bad, and I don't need much camouflaging. I have a few of these tiny little dots here. However, I think this may not be the right shade to cover them up. Let's try. Oh, and I didn't blend the nose yet. Okay. Yeah, they didn't get covered very well. Well, because these dots, they're kind of already dried out. That's a pimple that used to be a pimple, but it dried out. So now this dry skin, it doesn't really, the products do not stick very well to it. So I think I'm just gonna keep it like this. So as you can see, this pencil, it doesn't have like a huge coverage, but it does make a difference. You can see it under my eyes, right? I probably will post before and after. Okay, I forgot to take a before photo. So I'm gonna post before and after image at the end of this video, and then you will see the difference it made, especially to my under eye and around the eye, because here the skin is really dark. So I'm quite happy with this coverage. And by the way, before that I was just wearing a regular skincare. So the last product that I used was this Pewter Surgeons, and it has a bit of oiliness and it makes it easier to apply the pencil and to blend it. Okay, the next product. So the pencil, I had it for a while, as you can see from the size, and this is the old product. The next product is what I received yesterday. This is the blush in English Rose. Okay, I'm super excited to try this. This is the shade. Let me show you the swatch on my hand first. I really love this shade. It's such a kind of neutral pink, a little bit more cool pink with a bit of deviness. Whew. This is my first time trying it. Okay. Oh wow, I love the color. I think it doesn't show up very well in the camera. Is it because me applying it too light, or what? Or is it too bright here? Oh my god, I love it. It's so delicate, and yes, I can, and yet I can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see it. Let me zoom. Okay, this part maybe has too much light. Let's try on this side. Can you see the color now? Yeah, this side is in a shadow, so it's much more obvious. Wow, I love it. I love it. And it's so easy to blend. I know she also has a brush for that, but I like to use my hands. I basically just blend the edges. I don't really touch much in the middle because it's the intensity of the color is just nice, so I don't want to tone it down. I think it looks so pretty and so subtle. I really love it. Okay, let's try a little bit more here. So it's quite sheer, right? It's not very dark, and I'm okay with that. I know that some people, they like very pigmented blushes. Well, honestly, I don't need all this pigmentation. I'm not a heavy blush person, and this is just perfect to me. I love it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. What do you think, guys? I love it. I'm in love. Okay, next. I also have Jones Road Miracle Balm, which is kind of a controversial product for me, but I still love it. So it's a Dusty Rose, and I may use it a little bit on the most protruding parts of the cheeks. So I know that most of people apply it somewhere here, but the thing is, I don't have anything protruding there. You see, like I have no these cheekbones. They don't exist basically. So I apply my highlighter somewhere here. And the reason why I hate it sometimes is because it's quite sticky. It's oily and sticky, and it doesn't really sink into the skin as I expected. So I don't like that my hair sticks to it. But the thing is, when I take pictures, somehow it's always magically look very natural and beautiful, as if it's just my skin glowing with this beautiful pinkish glow. Like if I don't use last time I didn't have this blush, so I only had this, and I used it as a blush. And it always looked beautiful in pictures. So if I'm taking photos for this very subtle no makeup look, so I use this. But in a real life, unfortunately, I don't like to wear it because it's sticky, and if it's windy, my hair always sticks to my cheeks. But it's so beautiful. I also love using the Miracle Balm on my lips. It doesn't add much color, but it adds a little bit shine and texture. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see, it kind of make the lines on the lips more visible, and I like it. So I guess it's not for everybody. So okay, now finally it's we're gonna do the eyes, and I received 2 eye products that I'm both very excited to try. I couldn't decide between this how you call it, Sparkle Wash eyeshadow, and she actually has 3 eyeshadows. She has a pressed eyeshadow, I think it's called the Best Eyeshadow, something like that, and then she has 2 of this. So this one is called Sparkle Wash, and this one is called Just a Second eyeshadow, and I couldn't decide between 2 of this, so I got 2 eventually. And this is gonna be a moment of truth because it's gonna be my first time trying this. Look how pretty it is. It's gorgeous. The shade is Pewter. Is that how you pronounce that? I'm horrible at pronouncing those words that I don't often use. So right now I'm gonna swatch them on my hand so that you could see what's the difference, because the color, as you can see, is quite similar. It's both like a cool toned taupe, something like that. but I'm sure they're quite different. This one is extremely glittery. I already swatched this, and let's try with this. This is in a shade So Pretty. Sparkle wash in a shade So Pretty. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So it's like, it doesn't have much color, but that's like a wash of sparkles. Actually, I really like it. It's so, I cannot say that it's subtle because it's very, very shiny. It feels wet at first, like as if it's as if you applied something watery on your hand, but of course it doesn't run. And then over time it just dries out to a dry to touch. Is this little pot. Oh, it feels kind of soft. It's so interesting. It's like when I press it, it's soft like a souffle. I'm gonna like do like this with my finger. That's the shade. Okay, so this one is much more subtle. It has a bit of metallic finish. So this is a Just a Second, and this is a sparkle wash. Can you see how different they are? Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with this on my eyelids, and then if I want a little bit more shine, so then I'm gonna use this one. Okay, for that I will need to have a smaller mirror right in front of me. Oh my god, it's pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. It's so subtle, and yet it adds a little bit of this spark, especially along the lash line. I really like it. What do you think? Okay, let's do the same on the other eye. Wow, I love it. I think I could just stop here and wear it this way, but I want to try a sparkle wash as well. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna use this sparkle wash just along the lash line, because I usually like this part a little bit sparklier than the rest, and I'm not gonna spread it all over the eyelid. So I'm gonna remove a little bit of a product. Oh, I feel that it's wet. I think because these shades are so close to each other, so they look great layered together. They're basically, it's like the same shade, it's just the intensity of sparkle is what different. Okay, so I'm gonna give it some time to dry it up, because sparkle wash take maybe a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds to dry up. And after this I'm gonna use one of these liners. So I do not have any Jones Road liner, and I'm gonna use whatever I had. I'm using this Japanese brand Kate Tokyo. So I use this gel liner. It's like a pencil, but it's very soft, and I use it inside, like under the lash line, because it doesn't cause any irritation, and the tip is very tiny. I want to try Jones Road eyeliners as well, but one thing that I don't like is that they are in a pencil shape, so you have to sharpen them. Honestly, I hate sharpening things. Okay, so next I'm gonna use the same brand. It's also Tokyo Kate. It's called Super Sharp Eyeliner, and I'm gonna draw like a super tiny line along the lash line, and I will do the wing later after I do the eyelashes. So let me just finish the rest of the look, and then I will show you the final look, okay? And the last thing that I wanted to try is this English Rose blush as the lip color. It's quite light actually, because my lips are naturally pigmented, and if I apply something light over it, sometimes they look like bleached and pale. So I think that this product is a little bit too pale for me, and I will need to use something else. But overall, yeah, it's possible to use it on your lips. I think I'm gonna keep it like this for now, and later I will change to something brighter, because I wanted to make it Jones Road look overall, and I don't have any other lip products from here. And the final touch is I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder on the T-zone. I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury powder and Wine Gauze brush. So usually I mute some shine here, because my skin is between normal and oily, and it gets shiny very easily. I usually keep these areas where I applied the blush and the Miracle Balm, so I keep them shiny, and the rest I just dust it very lightly. Okay, I think I'm done with the look. Let me zoom it in. So as a summary, I'm really happy with all the products. Face pencil is one of my favorite concealer and mini foundation, so I use it almost every day, except that recently I received a Merit foundation stick. Oh, it's not a foundation, it's called complexion stick. So in my next video I want to make a comparison of Jones Road and Merit, so probably I will do one half of the face with a Jones Road and another with Merit, and you will see the difference. But this is one of my favorite, and I really love the blush, and the eyeshadows are so beautiful. So I'm really happy with this no foundation natural look, and I'm gonna leave you with before and after picture right now.